the jury, audience and contestants. We are glad to present our fourth edition of Julio Verne School Public Speaking Contest.
Yes, choosing our candidates has been a hard work, but we finally have our 12 contestants from 3rd and 4th of ESO. We are sure that they are going to surprise you with their 2-minute speeches.
Of course they will. And the topic of today's speeches are: is cultural diversity at school important? And is aesthetic surgery affecting society?
Really interesting topics, Aitana, don't you think so? Let's get started then with our first round of 3rd of ESO contestants. A great applause for Jesus Retamero Rodriguez representing 3rd A class.
Hello members of the audience, I am Jesus Retamero and I do believe that cultural diversity is a must at schools. According to MCIS Language Solutions, cultural diversity helps students to develop personality and risk their lives in a way we may not always recognize them by exposing them to different cultures, traditions and beliefs. According to Mahatma Gandhi, affirmed several times in his quotes that cultural diversity helps students to be less ignorant and much more respectful. Moreover, I do believe that ignoring cultural differences can lead to confusion and lack of communication. In fact, in order to effectively connect with wide audience, in 2002, the United Nations General Assembly established as 1st of May as the Day of Multiculturalism, which in schools they make several activities and the teachers talk a lot about why is cultural diversity important in schools. Actually, next week we're celebrating Cultural Day in our school. Exciting, don't you think so? Finally, economically speaking, cultural diversity usually goes hand in hand with the enrollment of students, which normally gives an extra contribution to schools. According to GreatSchools.org, affirms that students in our schools in ESO and Bachiller pay an average of €3,465 per year. Imagine how much for gain does our students pay for schools. So, in conclusion, cultural diversity is important in our schools because it creates much more inclusive learning to students in the environment for all of us. Thanks all for your attention.
Now it's José Luis Benítez Valero's turn, representing 3rd B class. A great applause for him.
Kofi Annan once said, "We may all have different language, different religions, or a different color on our skin, but we all belong to the same human race." Sometimes learning to accept different cultures or religions can be difficult, but it's really beneficial for kids on a school environment. So today I'm going to tell you why cultural diversity on school is important and beneficial. To start, in the social aspect, cultural diversity has a lot of benefits for kids on a school environment. According to MK Library, being exposed to different people with different kinds of religious or ethnic backgrounds can improve the kids' tolerance. It can also help them improve their resistance to cultural shock, something that is really important in this ever-changing global environment. And what place is better to learn about all the different cultures than school? Also, in the economic aspect, cultural diversity in a school environment often comes hand to hand with being an exchange student. And being an exchange student in a foreign country means you will need a school to attend to. If that school is not public, it means it will gain an extra income per every exchange student they accept. And finally, politics. Learning to accept different kinds of people from a small age can help a country get along better with its neighbors and possibly prevent future wars. It can also prevent conflicts inside of the same country between different ethnic groups. So, in conclusion, although learning about different cultures can be sometimes difficult, it has a lot of benefits for kids and the school environment that, in a greater scale, can also help prevent conflicts between countries or ethnic groups. They can also economically benefit the school. Thank you for your attention. I'm José Luis.
next one. Let's see. Joan Amargós Monasterios from 3rd A class. A great applause for him.
Hello members of the jury and audience. Today I will explain you why it's important that we let us consent and help cultural diversity at all schools. Firstly, I will talk about some benefits that we have in our daily lives. Then I will explain how those that migrate of any country help economically. How does cultural diversity help us? Well, this kind of society is richer. That doesn't mean that with more immigrants or more people from different cultures, no more money. No, more richer culturally. Why? Because if you're living with someone with different religious beliefs, different language, or different point of view, that help you to learn about the education of this person and beliefs or her nation and traditions. Then, why is cultural diversity important for the economy? Embracing cultural diversity, especially through the preservation of cultural heritage properties, also generates tangible economic benefits. Preserving or reusing historic monuments in the city center, for example, can make cities more vibrant, attract new business and encourage job creation. What I believe is that this helps to keep immigrant families living in the country and invest in the economy. As well as buying food, they are spending money at home. And when they have children, they will have to take them to school, buy uniform, book, pay for dinner school, helping to economy improve. A school is enriched by cultural diversity. Now the arguments have been exposed. Do you think it's important? Thanks for your attention. I'm Joan Amargós.
Now it's Sofia Burguet Poe's turn from 3rd B class. A great applause for her.
Before God, we are all equally wise and equally foolish, used to say the scientist Albert Einstein. Within the world, there are lots of different languages, traditions, and beliefs. These form the different cultures. Good morning, I'm Sofia Burguet, and today I'm going to talk about the importance of cultural diversity at school. Starting with the impact of different cultures on students, let's look at these 3 different pie charts. They show the percentages of other culture students in 3 schools from the United Kingdom. If we compare them, it has been proved that those ones which have more foreign students have more tolerant and respectful students. In addition, they don't only learn from textbooks, but from others' experiences. Well, nowadays we live on a globalized world. This means that businesses act globally. So those students who have experience on cultural diversity are better on those international environments. Having intercultural knowledge could be really valuable for economy, facilitating international trade. Continuing, I'm sure that in every class there are different opinions and perceptions. This is, on a smaller scale, the most similar situation to politics that students are going to experience. Encouraging them to defend their ideas among others and have a critical opinion. So, after all, I'm sure that we can reach the conclusion that cultural diversity is the fact that really makes the difference between the students' future, making them more inclusive, but overall teaching them how to enjoy our differences. Thank you.
Now it's Hugo Gomez Tarin's turn from 3rd A class. A great applause for him.
Once upon a time, I was in class with my friend Cristian Lauro. I told him that cultural diversity was really important for several reasons. He told me that that was not true. So I tried to investigate a little bit on that, and at the end I arrived to the point to make a speech of this. So that's why I'm here. Hello, I'm Hugo Gomez, members of the jury and audience, and I think that absolutely, socially speaking, according to University of Chicago Press, cultural diversity really matters at school for several reasons. Firstly and foremost, it enriches the learning experience of students by exposing them to learn new perspectives, traditions, and ways of thinking. In fact, students from other countries, it's only benefits for us, because we disconnect from other countries. We are only focused on our country. So that's why they are so important. Moreover, in today's globalized world, Arturito University Press affirms that in understanding cultures is a valuable skill. Prepares students to the new future, the new us and the new perspective of our world. Cultural diversity makes us create a sense of belonging for students, for various countries, contributing a respectful community. I do believe that school is not just about learning facts, it's about preparing students for the future. Don't you think so? Finally, I will also like to highlight the economic aspect, growth aspect of cultural diversity at school. In fact, a growing number of reports indicate that it makes living students at school from lots of countries bring language skills, ways of thinking, and new perspectives for us. As the American educator Stephen Covey said, life lies in differences, not in similarities. Thanks for your attention.
And our last contestant from 3rd B class, Francisco Javier Rodríguez Ramos. A great applause for him.
Hi audience and members of the jury. I'm Francisco and today I'm going to talk about is cultural diversity important in school. First of all, I'm going to do a short introduction. Cultural diversity in education is all about self-preservation of a human being, about stereotypes, prejudices, exclusion, xenophobia, and racism. Culture, the fund of standards of life, habits, arts, languages, religions, etc. And all of the capabilities acquired or learned by a subset of a society. Did you know that the average price of a child in the ESO is 3,464 euros per year? And in just in Madrid, 143,222 immigrants go to secondary school. That means the more or less 500,000 euros spent immigrants per year. And for the 4 years of ESO and the other two for 6th form, spent more or less 3 million euros. That is a lot. Going on another aspect, cultural diversity improve the tolerant and the respectful of child. As I said before, 143,222 immigrants that go to secondary school will probably have a better education and more opportunities in life than they will get in their own country. Also, children are going to get the knowledge of new cultures and traditions, even new languages, and sometimes they must talk to each other in a different language than they used to talk. I also think that people who have less conflicts about different religions or disagreement in politics, because they used to have contact with people with different beliefs than with where they chat. In conclusion, is cultural diversity important in school? I think yes, it's very important, not only because of the money, that is an essential part obviously, also because children are going to get new information about the knowledge about different cultures and religions. Thanks for your attention.
Great performance from 3rd of ESO, right? Let's see 4th of ESO now. A great applause for Sofía Serrano Robledo, representing 4th A class.
Caroline was a normal girl that liked reading, running, and spending time with her friends, but she was very insecure about her nose. One day, she decided to have surgery. She thought this would make her feel better, but after she did it, her feelings didn't change at all. If anything, she felt worse. So, are we wrong when we think we'll be happier if we change something we like of our bodies? Is it true that we are becoming more and more obsessed with the image? Hi, I'm Sofía Serrano, and today I'll tell you about aesthetic surgery and how it's affecting society. We cannot deny that physical appearance plays an important role in our society, and is associated with professional and personal success. According to SEPRE, Society of Plastic, Reconstructive and Aesthetic Surgery, in 2021 there were 2,510 cosmetic surgery interventions. This represents a 215% of increase in 8 years. That's a huge increase, right? Social media filters have changed our perception of our own image. They make us want to look like airbrush photos. They polish and perfect, but is perfection possible? This is beginning to affect all the aspects of our lives, including politics. Politicians are more concerned about the image they project rather than their implementations. I think we all know that the greater demand, the greater product. Well, the same goes for aesthetic surgery. This study shows the increase of doctors specializing in Spain in aesthetic surgery. There is no guarantee that if you get a nose job, you will be happy with your results. According to the study from the Technical University of Munich, 37% of patients had depression before the surgery. That figure dropped to 9% after the intervention. However, other research showed an increase of symptoms of depression and anxiety. So, after all I've said, do you think aesthetic surgery is worth it? Is it truly worth the cost to appear perfect? Thanks for your attention.
Great speech, Sofia. Now is Jillian's turn, representing 4th B class. A great applause for her.
In January 2014, a woman developed depression and committed suicide due to a failed eye aesthetic surgery, which left her unable to socialize and subjected in workplace discrimination. Hello everyone, I'm Elaine, and today I'm going to talk about is aesthetic surgery affecting society. Nowadays, more and more people don't like the way they look, so aesthetic surgery are more popular. Meanwhile, the risks of aesthetic surgery are gradually coming to light. The biggest problem is the surgery failure. There are some people become depressed or committed suicide because they failed their surgery and they cannot accept their appearance. Well, let's talk about another point. We all know that people often lack their own judgment, and especially in today's internet era, we are bombarded with informations. Scrolling on Instagram or TikTok, I might come across a video about what a beautiful girl should look like, and this might make me think that I'm not beautiful enough because I do not look like that girl. For some people with low self-esteem, they will probably unconsciously brainwashed to think that I'm not beautiful enough and I need to become more beautiful through surgery. And through surgery for some. When these so-called beautiful people reach a certain level, the aesthetic will become deformed. And let's talk about another thing. On the other hand, aesthetic surgery can help individuals improve their self-confidence and self-esteem. For some people, becoming better looking can lead to more social opportunities and job opportunities. In conclusion, cosmetic surgery has both positive and negative impacts, and it can have a certain impact on society. However, determining whether these effects are beneficial or detrimental ultimately depends on our own judgment. Thanks for listening.
Okay. Congratulations, Jillian. Now, representing 4th A class, we have Olga Barea. Let's listen to her.
We all know about aesthetic surgery, as it is something quite common nowadays, which can give us the opportunity to make us feel more comfortable with ourselves, as well as hide our deepest insecurities. But aside from that, it can also lead to various consequences that we are probably unaware of. Hello, good morning, jury and audience. My name is Olga Barea, and I will gladly talk about aesthetic surgery and how it is possibly affecting society. So, as I mentioned before, aesthetic surgery can be... Wait. Okay. So, as I mentioned before, aesthetic surgery can be useful when it comes to getting rid of our imperfections to try and make us feel more comfortable with our physical appearance. But this can also be... Wait, can I go next, please? Okay. This can be very useful when it comes to getting rid of our imperfections to try and make us feel more comfortable with our physical appearance. However, this can also give us some concern or stress as it makes us feel we need to meet with lots of beauty standards. And this can be because we feel that we need to fix that supposed defect of ours, when in reality it is not a defect, but a part of us that we shouldn't change, even if somebody told us we have to do so. Aesthetic surgery can also be incredibly expensive, to the point where there is some people who would rather spend their money on a nose job or some implants than, for example, paying their rent, among other things. And this is something overly concerning, as it shows how there is some people who would rather worry about their physical appearance than their own life conditions. And lastly, this can also bring in some serious consequences which can severely affect us psychologically. Take body dysmorphia as an example. This mental disorder has caused, in its worst cases, for a lot of people to commit suicide. And why? Because of the same I mentioned earlier. Because they feel they need to fix those supposed imperfections. So I would say that even though aesthetic surgery can cover up imperfections and things we don't like about ourselves, it can also lead to lots of negative outcomes that can make us feel bad about ourselves. And we don't need to look like we came out of a fashion magazine. That is not something we should do. We should try to accept how we look. And that is all. Thank you for listening to me.
Well done, Olga. Now it's Amba Perez's turn, representing 4th B class. A great applause for her.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Amba, and today I'd like to address a topic that has been quietly reshaping our society, affecting our perceptions of beauty, self-worth, and identity. Aesthetic surgery, often known as cosmetic surgery, has evolved from being a personal choice into a phenomenon with far-reaching implications for our society. It's essential to recognize that aesthetic surgery is not only an individual decision, it's in most part a social one. Over the last decade, the numbers of such procedures in Spain has almost doubled, showing no signs of slowing down. So what does the increased exposure to aesthetic surgery means for young people who are bombarded with images of unreachable beauty ideals? The aesthetic surgery carries a significant amount of economic implications. Because of these procedures are often expensive, some people resort to cheaper and regulated options, risking their health in the process. Furthermore, the economic consequences go beyond personal choices. The increasing demand of aesthetic surgery supports a lucrative industry. The political side of aesthetic surgery should be more restricted. It should be more regulated because it shouldn't be so easy to get a surgery. It should be more regulated. It shouldn't be as easy to buy makeup. Additionally, the regulation of professionals in the field should be more regulated. The media often promotes surgeons through intensive body through intensive body advertisements. In summary, aesthetic surgery has implications for our society, affecting our perceptions of beauty and the well-being of individuals. It is high time we address the issues surrounding aesthetic surgery and how vulnerable we still are to the beauty models imposed by the media.
Who is going to be the next one? Let's see, Lorenzo Azul, representing 4th A class. Great applause for him.
Do you know the consequences of aesthetic surgery? First, let's think about an idea. Is it good or a bad thing? Hello, I'm Lorenzo, and today I'm here to say the impact of aesthetic surgery. Aesthetic surgery has been prevalent in recent years. Has been expanding far beyond in the confines of operating rooms. This influence is manifested in multiple ways, both negative and positive. We, as a society, we have to recognize and know the consequences of aesthetic surgery has in our lives. One of the main impacts of aesthetic surgery is the alteration of beauty standards. In a world of plenty of social media networks inundate us with images of idealized beauty. The pressure of that can create unrealistic standards that can be overwhelming. Aesthetic surgery in the quest to enhance physical appearances often perpetuate these ideas, leading many individuals to feel disappointed and inadequate with their natural feature. This, on the other hand, can have a lot of bad effects on self-esteem and mental health, fostering a culture that provides that thinks that physical appearances above all other things. Furthermore, the commercialization of changing your beauty, your natural feature, has created a big industry, driven by profit more than genuine concern for the well-being of patients. Unregulated cosmetic procedure can have a lot of dangerous things, and also sometimes it can be reversible for the people. Any cosmetic surgical intervention is also extremely expensive. Apart from that, aesthetic surgery has the potential positive impact on society as well. It can provide that relief that some people need suffering from congenital deformities, physical traumas, or medical conditions that affect their quality of life. In conclusion, aesthetic surgery, it can be good or bad for persons, depends on the situation they are. It is crucial that we as a society know and engage in thoughtful and responsible discussions about this topic. We must work towards a superior world where the people are not judged only by their physical appearance, but valued by their ability, character, and contributions to the society. Now, after listening, do you still think it's a good or bad thing? Do we really want a world plenty of polished, plastic, perfect people? Thanks for your attention.
Lorenzo, well done, you did brilliant. Now, our last contestant, a great applause for him, Samuel Alcarazo from 4th B class. You are going to do it great.
Hello everybody, my name is Samuel Alcarazo, and today I'm here to talk about the harmful effects that cosmetic surgery has had on our society and how it profoundly affected men and women. First, I think we should talk about the social media and how it portrays unrealistic and unattainable beauty standards. It's not news that platforms like Instagram have shown heavily edited images of people looking perfect. This makes men and women across the globe feel like they should look that way, when really you really shouldn't. Like you should just be how you are. This has led to higher rates of body dissatisfaction and eating disorders. Moreover, the effect that this has on people, moreover, there is a lot of celebrities that had surgeries done to them to make them look perfect like they do, as you know, it's their job to look good and make everybody feel like they should look that way. So this has made. Wait, not bad. Wait, let me calm down for a sec. Alright, so this. Moreover, okay, so they have had surgeries done to them. Like they don't look that way naturally, and nobody does. Nobody's perfect. And the consequence of this is the surgery and cosmetic surgeries. Think about it, like all the money that is being spent on this, it could really go to better initiatives and like mental health organizations and education or other societal, other pressing societal needs. As you know, celebrities, when they look that way, it makes other people think that they should also look that way, when really you shouldn't. Like think about it, you could, everybody's the same, because you might be a little better than me, but you, in the end, you bleed just like I bleed, you cry just like I cry, and you hurt just like I hurt. You might be a little better than me in your eyes, or the people that love you in their eyes, but you're human, you're just like me. So in conclusion, I think that cosmetic surgeries has had a harmful impact on society, and I think we should look forward to a society that values mental health and is more supportive. Also, I'd like to add that although a lot of these materials that are being used in the surgeries can be toxic, I know everybody's body might accept it and might reject it, causing infections and health problems. Thank you everybody for listening to me today, and I'm Samuel Carafa. I hope you enjoy my speech.